Howdy. What's going on, everyone? I think everything's good. Let's see. Yep. All right. Let me mute this. Let's see who all's here already. Dust Devil, Don, Patrick, Dr. Art, NSB. What's happening? How's it going, Patrick? How's it going, Dr. Art? Jeff Rowe. Oh, I gotta put my linky up here, don't I? Dan, Unfinished Project, Dean Stevenson. How do I know it's really Jason? Yeah, right. Hard telling, isn't it, Dean? Howdy, Tom. NSB, Wendy, Patrick. I miss anybody? Dan, NSB. Some of y'all were in here early. I was like, geez, wheeze. Excuse me. There's howdy, Brian.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, buddy. How you doing?
Not much.
Just Tuesday night,
Sorry today. Yeah, I actually got a Tuesday night off, so
Oh,
I
did
had
you?
Monday and Tuesday off, so I got a Dr. Art last night, and I get in yours tonight. Probably the last chance I'll get in a while.
Yeah, heard that. Yeah, it's a busy time of year, huh?
Well, that's just I work nights.
Yeah, my wife works nights, so I know that deal for sure. Let's see what do we got here. What did I miss? Oh, Tom's up to 270 subs. Good. That was you gained a lot there all of a sudden, didn't you, Tom? Like it was like double what he was the other day.
Who is
That's
that?
good for him, though. Tom, Turbo Tom, Fort Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lord. Oops.
No name nationals will do that.
Let's see what happened. Wednesday the 4th, Jason lives. Jason's lives. There you go. Dr. Art says give a thumbs up. Thanks, Dr. Art. Yeah, it's just it was kind of hectic at work today. We were like half crew today, so
yeah,
and it was busy because the weekend was long. We were off Monday, and everybody else decided to take a longer 4-day weekend instead of a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, I got a 5-day weekend.
Yeah.
I work 4/10, so
Oh, okay.
every Friday.
Yeah. That's what my wife works. She works 4/10.
Vacation rolls around the beginning of the year, so I was like, I'm taking the first day I could possibly take.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the stack right now. Let's see. I'll finish Bunny Killer. It's Wednesday the 4th here. Not sure where you are at. Yeah, that would be me. Lost in space. Let's see what do we got over here.
So that also means I go back to work for 2 days and then get 3 days off again.
Yeah, a short week and a long weekend. Mm-hmm. That's the way you do it. Yeah, my wife works 4/10. She's off every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Unless there's, they do all holidays and stuff. She works in the hospital, so. Got time and a half for Monday, Tom. That's cool. Space between my ears. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. I was going to flag that link. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Where is it? Well, let me put it up here again. See how many. So what's been going on, Ryan? You been working on anything?
I'm working on this thing,
Yeah, right. That's all.
trying to getting it ready to start is what I'm doing. I still
Gotcha.
got a couple parts I got to buy, but
Mm,
that's my major goal is get it ready to start.
yeah, I finally got the truck started. Now I'm doing all the peripheral stuff, around the engine and the exhaust, the headers that I got that they don't fit well at all. Like they drive me nuts. And it's like I started out life in a muffler shop, so I'm kind of picky about my exhaust.
Hmm.
So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I almost have to cut I made floorboards for this truck last winter, and uh, it's like I almost have to cut a section of that floorboard I made out to make the header fit on the right side because it's just real tight. So
I had a set for
yeah,
this that I was going to try. 'Cause when I bought the motor off Jed, he had a set of cheap headers. Well, they're not cheap headers, but a set of headers on it. But they rubbed on the bottom and they're flat on one part. You got a whole little hole in it.
oh yeah,
So I got a set of headers from a guy, and I can't make them fit. And I don't know if I'm going to try to touch up these headers that I got or get another set. I don't know.
yeah. It's like you said, it's here nor there, I guess, isn't it?
But I'm kind of at a standstill until I get the headers on it.
Yeah, yeah. These are on. They just like I said, Dr. R said we spoke about header routing. Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to get the up and forward headers for it. I think. Just for now, I got to get I got to get the steering hooked up and all that kind of crap. Get a drive shaft, which I think I've figured out what drive shaft I need to get, and so because I like to do weird stuff. Put an old Power Glide in behind the. It's got a newer engine, but an older transmission.
Yeah.
I like to do weird stuff like that.
Yeah, I got the dash out of this, and I hooked my switch box up to it. So
Mm,
I'm going to finish it out and put it back in now.
heck yeah.
And the switch box has got a little fuse panel in the switch box, so I'm just going to wire everything off of that.
Yeah.
Race wiring. I don't have to go through a bunch of weird crap.
I was lucky on that. The harness I bought to put I put a LS engine in this S10, and it was pre-wired, like the fuel pump relay, the fans relays, all that stuff, and a nice little, like you said, it's got the fuses in there. So I literally had to run like 3 power wires to it, and the start wire from the switch. And
Yeah.
I was lucky because it was an El Cheapo harness too. It wasn't like a Holly or anything like that. It was a Chinese, pretty sure eBay.
Well, them Chinese fellers can't screw wires up too bad, can
They're
they?
pretty good at the wiring. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. So
And they make good fuel cells from what I've seen.
yeah, yeah.
The fuel cell I got in this, it's a 10-gallon off of Amazon. Paid $125 for its aluminum fuel cell.
Yeah.
And it seems, it's good quality. Looks like it's good quality.
Yep.
I guess what's it got to do? Hold gas?
Yeah, exactly. As long as it doesn't leak, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a plastic like a RCI or something that my brother gave me. That's what's in this one, and I'm sure it's probably made in China too.
Yeah.
Everything is so. Got a party like it's 1984.
My car looks like it's out of 1984.
Yeah, right. Let's see. What's happening, Don? I didn't see you sneak in there. Sorry.
Where's Don at on subs? You got to get him up there too.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is Don? I got my Yeah, what is it? His is his one-eyed cat in it. Actually, he might have.
It's just a pain in the
Yeah.
ass when you're worried about subs and worried about getting the car going.
Yeah, right. That's where I was lucky. I didn't have to really worry about subs when I was started yet last year, but mine was just time, and it was a hectic year. I changed jobs and all the
Well, I
damn
had
trucking I
about
did.
300 when he
Eight,
announced,
nine
so it
hundred.
wasn't that hard.
Yeah, but yeah, it can be done. Everybody just gotta start putting out videos. I mean, I have gotten since like No Names, I've probably gotten a couple hundred subs just from shorts, and
Yeah,
I don't agree with them at all, believe me, but and it's dumb shit that I make, It's like, but it works. So hey,
yeah.
hey, Scarlet Four Eye
I'm about
Coda.
250 away from 1,000, so I think I'm going to put out a couple shorts. I need to actually put out videos, but
Yeah, I did like a little recap video. That's been like my latest long form, but I got a lot of work to do. I've got some. I think I'm going to do the. I've got cow track bars for the back of the truck. I think I'm going to do those, and let's probably service the rear end while I'm in there. I know I'm going to break this thing, but I'm not going to change it until I break it. It's
yeah.
got the little tiny 7.5 inch, 10 bolt in it.
hmm
It's
I
got
got
a
to
pretty.
put wheel studs in mine and brakes and stuff, and I got to set my pinion angle so the rear end's going to have to come back out of this.
Yeah. Hey Rob, what's going on? You still have leaf springs on that one?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got the super
Yeah.
stock springs on it.
Yeah. A friend of mine back when we were bracket racing, he had an old one of the old Disco Novas, that had the it had like
hmm
a lift gate on it, and
Yeah.
he had a 8 3/4 in there, and he had super stock springs on it. And that thing, I mean, it would hook really well. Like it was amazing. I was green at the time, and then I started studying those springs, and I'm like, I was gonna
No,
make a set.
I did a video on those springs,
Hmm.
basically going over them and basically going on my take on them and what I thought how they worked. And that video, I think I've only had 2 days that video hasn't at least got one view.
Haven't gotten a view. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and that was
Good.
like 8 months ago,
Yeah, that. I mean,
or probably close to a year now. People are
it's
still watching it.
it's interesting stuff. I'm moving shit around here real quick. Yeah, it's interesting stuff for sure. Put this over here. Oh, what I do? Where is it at? There we go. I got my dual monitor set up and didn't really have it the way I wanted. One monitor is bigger than the other one.
That's where I was until one of my monitors went out. But
Yeah.
then,
Well,
oh
that's
man,
what happened.
when you go back to one, it's like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, I was like that for a while, and then the kids were moving stuff around. They found this old, smaller monitor. And I'm like, hey, don't throw that away. I'm going to use that. Yeah, it was a late '70s um, Nova there, Dan. You're right.
Those hatchback Novas are actually getting hard to find now.
Yeah, they are. All the old cars are getting hard to find.
Yeah, or they want $1 million for everything.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody wants a gold million for anything they got. So, but yeah, the Destroyer didn't do his meme show tonight. I was
Huh.
kind of lost. I usually watch him as I'm getting set up, and so I don't know. Maybe he's not feeling well or what's going on.
I know we had a couple people who work with the flu. They took the test for COVID and it was negative, but man, the flu this year is
Yeah, it's been.
supposed to be a real ass kicker.
It is. Everybody at my work's had it, and like I said, we had guys off anyway. Yeah.
I was trying to stay away from the couple people so I wasn't sick for this weekend, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're like, I'm not really a germaphobe, but I don't want you around me right now.
I had a lot. Well, you know,
Oh, I
I did my
understand.
6 hour live on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you guys were on forever.
Oh yeah.
We were at some friend's house. We got home at like 2 a.m. and I came down here and I think it was already on. It was just running, and
Mm.
I was putting some. I got a little fridge here. I think I was putting some beers in there and getting ready to go to bed. And I'm like, dang, they're still on. So I sit down here for a little bit. You guys outlived me, that's for sure.
And then, like I said, I wanted to get on both of you and Dr. Art because I listen to you guys at work
Right, right.
when you guys come on, and it's like, man, I'm never able to jump on with these guys.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, we got a couple guys that usually are at work listening and just sometimes they'll be able to hop in for a second, but I know Dan's usually getting home from work. So,
Mine's usually I take a bathroom break and go in the bathroom, and that's when I
yeah,
call.
right. Oh, Patrick said Destroyer said he's taking off the memes for this month. Oh, okay. Okay, good. All right. See, everybody fill this in. We're right.
You registered yet?
Brian, just unfriend yourself from Uncle Brian and you'll be golden. Did I register? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think John said I was number 36, I think, last night he said.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, the registration went live when was started during my live,
Oh, okay.
and I know Jed went there and boom, he registered.
Yeah.
And then I get this text from John. He didn't show me who was registered, but just the fact that he was getting a whole thing of notifications, everybody registered. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
okay. Good. Well, that's good.
yeah, it's going to be huge this
I'm
year.
glad to hear that. Yeah, exactly. I want it to be huge too. Yeah, he
You have to make it 4 days next year.
exactly. Yeah, I guess somebody was asking yesterday, like, can we start coming in on Wednesday? And he was like,
Yeah,
man,
I was talking to him.
yeah, he's like, I gotta ask the track. So I'm sure.
Well, I'm like 2.5 hours away.
Oh, okay. So
If I
you,
know they're
yeah,
down there, I'll just drive down there. I won't bring my car or nothing. Help them out, and then in the morning load the
right.
car up.
Shoot back and yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I'm like 7.5 hours away. So I mean, I know there's people who came a lot further than me, so I'm not.
Yeah, that's still a drive.
Yeah, it's a good drive though. I mean, it's excuse me, mostly interstate, just haul ass. Excuse me.
Oh, my son came from Kansas to visit for the holiday, and I got to take him back next weekend. So I'll be doing an 8 hour drive each way.
Whew. Yeah. So where are you guys at?
I'm in Illinois. I'm right on the other side of the river from St. Louis.
Oh, okay, okay.
So basically, I'm in St. Louis.
So like where Gateway and everything is, the
Yeah,
drag strip over
Gateway's
there.
like 5 minutes away from me.
Okay, yeah, because I've been to St. Louis before, so yeah, and that's a pretty good straight drive from here. It's about 6 hours from here to St. Louis. So let's see, where am I at? Somebody's posting. Shit. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up, Brian. I'm just
All right.
9 hours. Tom says, yeah, Tom's north farther. I'm in Ohio. That's where we are.
You're in Ohio, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in.
What part of Ohio? You out there by Summit and Jegs and all that?
I am in Southwest Ohio. I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Outside of Dayton, I'm about an hour from Jegs, and I'm about 2.5 hours from Summit. So yeah, I'm pretty close. I mean, if I order stuff like now, it'll be here in the morning. It's crazy.
Hmm.
So I don't even hardly drive, go get it anymore, unless it's emergency.
Yeah.
And
It's
Scarlett
good
said
to have that.
Scarlett says he's 13.5 hours away. Yeah. Patrick said he registered at 12:05 a.m. on New Year's. I guess somebody snuck in there before it was even midnight and figured out how to get in to the
Yeah.
registration. John was saying. Yeah,
Oh,
Gym
John
City.
will
That's
probably be
right.
tonight. Surprised he's not in here already.
Jason, what do you need, Don? You need you need the link. I think Don is hollering at me here. Let's see, did I get it? Sorry.
I don't know. John might not come in. He might be tired of people asking him questions.
Yeah, he got wore out last night. He'll pop in sometimes, but he's if he's probably got some other stuff. Home of the barcode. Yes, Dayton is the home of the barcode because NCR invented that. You're right, Dan. A lot of history in Dayton, actually. My kids are always like, there isn't anything to do here. I'm like, dude, there's so many things. Especially our Air Force Museum. It is huge.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's about 4 times the size it used to be when I was a kid. So I'm used to that one. And you can throw a rock to it. Well, of course, the base is huge, right? Patterson's huge. And we were down in Florida, down at down in Destin, and my friend had just retired from the Air Force actually, and he took me over to I can't even think of what base it is right there, but anyway, he took me to the Air Force Museum, and it's like about as big as my shop, and they actually had stuff borrowed from our museum, and I'm like, dude, like, there's hallways bigger than this in our museum. And my buddy John was like, yeah, I know, I remember it, because he grew up here as a kid, and then he moved down to Florida. It was pretty funny. Oh, what's up, Auto Salvage Outlaws? What happened to Shopsmith? I don't know. I miss those things too. Those were pretty cool. If we're talking about the same thing. Don, is that what you wanted? I must have missed something. Don's yelling at me here. Scott. Oh no, he's putting up everybody's links. Thanks, Don. He's putting up everybody's channel links.
Oh, okay.
Did you put Brian's up there? Let's see. Yeah, and Tom's, and what's happening, NSB? Did I miss you there, buddy? That's the guys with the tire changing machine equipment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting another set of tires and doing the burnout competition with these.
Yeah, and just break them down and
break them down cool. For me.
Heck yeah.
I want to see if bigger tires make more smoke.
They probably do, I'm sure. What you got on the back, like some old, like Mickey Thompsons or something, or?
They're not bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how old they are. There's no code on them. It's what is it? 31-16-5.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good size tire. Yeah. That definitely makes some smoke.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, they stick out about that far out of the wheel well, but yeah, it's fine. It fits.
Auto Tornado, yeah.
That's one of the things I said I want to do, because like you go on some of these forums, just about any car you go on a forum about, people ask what size tire can fit underneath. So I want to go on the A-body forums and tell them that a 31-16-5 will fit under a Duster just fine.
Yeah.
It sticks out about 3 inches, but hey, it'll be fine.
Yeah, ASO, you can get a 460 and a 97 Mustang. They make motor mounts, and actually, believe it or not, they fit pretty good. They sit kind of high, but they make headers and stuff for them too. I used to run the Fox body, which is pretty much what that is. So that's just the newer body, but the same pan. Sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, they used to sell kits for those Thunderbirds, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the Mustang had like I said, it was a real nice kit. It was the motor mounts and these bitchin' headers that went on them. I mean, they fit way better than my small block headers did, because I used to run 351 Windsor. And Yeah, I go to the guys with the big blocks. I'm like, man, I wish mine had some nice headers like that. But that was always their complaint. They were like, yeah, it just sits a little too high. You always have to have a hood scoop, which, I mean, that makes them cool anyway.
Yeah, you put a ton of ram on it. Have it look like this one.
There you go. Yep. Heck yeah. Is that a small block or a big block in that one?
Small block.
Okay, that's cool. I like the bug catcher there on the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Wilburn's live Friday. He's got
You got Andy on there.
Yeah.
Did you he put a little video out last night driving Casper. I was like, man, that truck sounds wicked.
Oh, he got it ready?
Yeah, he got it running. He went for a rip.
Man.
Yeah, there was a video came out last night. Well, actually I was watching it while I was watching you guys on Arts Live last night, and man, that thing's just, those headers they should be in a freaking museum or something. They're just gorgeous. That guy did one hell of a job on those.
Yeah, he just didn't hit the time limit he was supposed to.
Yeah, well,
he got 3 months late on the time limit.
Doing custom stuff, I can relate, because like my shop is mainly a production shop, but we have one stall where I've been doing this one Jeep, and I started on it in July, and it's still not finished, and it was supposed to be ready like before Halloween, so I can relate. But I mean, the little bit of weight for the quality that he got, I was like, whoa.
I had 9 months to get my car ready and didn't quite make it.
I know. I didn't have to. I pulled the 4-cylinder out of the truck in March of 2022, and I didn't even get around to, I don't think I ever even stabbed the engine into it till like August. So I was so far behind. But like I said, I started a new job in July, and it got hot here, and I can't deal with the heat as well as I used to. So
no, me neither. That really slowed me down.
Yeah.
I was thinking, as soon as spring and summer gets here, during the winter, I was like, as soon as spring and summer gets here, I'm gonna get something done. And it's like, no, I can deal with the cold. I can turn the heater on.
Right. We got heat in the garage. Yeah, I can kick that on and put my coveralls on. And it was like when I did the floorboards in it, we got the truck in September of 21, and then in January of 22, right before he announced everything, that's when I started fabbing up the floorboards, and I had to make body mounts, and I had no clue what I was doing. But my dad has been a body man for over 50 years, so I called him a couple times, and he came over when I had it all tacked together. He was like, "Damn, that looks pretty good."
That's what slowed me down on this. Is I got friends. Oh yeah, I'll help you with the body work. I'll help you, and they never show up. And it's like, then when they did show up and did stuff, I'm like, well, that didn't look that hard. I probably could have done that. I would have done it.
Oh my God!
I started with a shell of a duster.
Right.
There was nothing.
Yeah. So the truck she was pretty rusty. I think the windshield leaks on it because, man, there's just both of the wells where your feet go, and then the kick pan.
What truck is it? What kind of truck
is it? It's a S10. It's a red.
Okay.
It's a 87 little.
Oh, so the square S10.
Yeah, it's a standard cab, short bed. It's the little dude. It had a 4-cylinder in it, originally, and I mean, it ran and drove. My son drove it, and
I had one of those at one time, and I was gonna make a race car out of it. I had the S10 and a 454 sitting right next to each other, and then I saw the price of headers, and I was like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Price of headers,
$900. I'm like, I don't have $900 in either of these.
Price of headers for anything anymore. Like, I remember when we were kids, you could go to Nationwide, the parts house or whatever, set of blackjacks for like $60.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest like generic header I have found is like about $169 now. It's like
cheapest one I found, Summit brand for this. We just looked it up before this, $250.
Yeah. I know.
Or no, like 260 or 270.
It's crazy.
And there's a guy that's got a set of fender well headers for a small block.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really wicked looking the way they come up, but I'm not sure if they'll work on this.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him, he wants $250 for him, and he's local. And I'm like, yeah, the car looks obnoxious enough, but if I could put those on there too.
Yeah, we could add just a little bit more obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that big tire on the back, did you put the leaf spring kit on it to move the leaf spring? No, it'll still take that big a tire. That's awesome.
Well, they like I said, they stick out about 3 inches, but yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was a kid, guys would my dad would be in the body shop and he'd put fender flares and stuff on for guys who had big wheels sticking out. I always thought that was pretty cool.
That's kind of the whole idea behind this car is I wanted to build something like the stuff I saw when I was a kid,
like a street freak type thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also it's kind of like if you tell like a 7 or 8 year old to draw a race car.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Because I mean, if one kid looks at that car and decides he wants to looks at my car and decides he wants to get into cars because it was cool, then I did my job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've toyed around with the idea of. I always was intrigued by the tri-Y headers. It's like 2 cylinders into one, and then those 2 into a collector. I almost thought about building a set of fender well tri-Y headers on this thing, just to say I did.
Yeah.
Not that they'd be any good or help anything, but. And this
the thing is, if I get the fender well headers, I can run it straight into the side pipes because I got side pipes on this too.
Mm-hmm.
If I do the fender well headers, I can run it straight into the side pipes and actually use the side pipes. So.
Right. I always liked fender well headers. I don't know why. I know they're kind of a pain in the neck, as far as turning radius, those types of things.
Yeah. It's a drag car. How much am I going to turn?
Yeah, you only got to turn a couple times.
Not like I'm going to be pulling in the parking spaces.
Yeah, exactly. Got plenty of room for the sweep, NSB said he paid $750 for the one on Dart. And Dean took him out of the box and, yep, got the cutoff wheel. I know. That's usually what happens too. Check where your wipers go through. Yeah, there's a leak somewhere, Dan. I haven't figured it out, but I mean it stays inside most of the time anyway. Actually, the wipers aren't even on it at the moment, but yeah, it was a running driving car till about a year ago. Well, no, it was March. It was kind of funny because it was cold. We had one of them blasts like we had just here recently. We only get like one cold snap, it seems like, anymore. And it seems like it's earlier in the winter than ever.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not so bad. It's 60 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's 60 degrees here. I was like, man, I hope the rest of the winter stays this way. But.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm sure we'll get another kick in the nuts eventually.
Yeah, we'll get an ice storm or something.
Yeah. Is the truck running now? Yeah, it's running now. Yeah, just need a drive shaft. Yeah. It's actually on those little, I put it on those Harbor Freight, like furniture moving things, one under each wheel so I can scoot it around,
Oh, those I got the dollies for this. They're a lifesaver.
It's so cool because you can shove it out of the way
by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I need some more space in the back. Just put your hips into it and scooch it. Howdy, Spencer.
Well, it was like after No Name. I came home and I spun the car around and had it pointing out, and then I took it off the dollies and pushed it out the door here. There's a little bit of a grade, and Scott from Heaven's Mopars and Dizzy Izzy came by.
That's cool.
I had to have them help me push the car back in, but once I had it up on the dollies again, I could just push it.
I know it's crazy how easy it moves on those things.
I got to get 2 more sets of those. I got 2 more project cars coming in.
Nice. Yeah, we have them at work. Like if we have, like the snowstorm, we got a bunch of them with the front end boogered up on them where they put them in a ditch. We just go out there, jack them up, put those guys under it, and And we have a brand new parking lot, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Everything's smooth right now. It's not gravel anymore. And
Did you hear about my secret project that we let slip on my live?
no, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, I'll tell you about it
Yeah.
since we let it slip anyway.
Yeah.
We were at No Name Nationals and Ryan Barsness was there and William. We were looking at William's car, and it's flat black, but there was a spot underneath the hood, and it used to be gold. And I was like, I hate that color. I go, nothing against your car, but I hate that color. I go because my first car was a '71 Satellite that was that color gold. And Ryan Barson, she goes, yeah, we just picked up a gold '71 Satellite out of Illinois. He goes, somebody had spray painted the whole car black and spray painted all the interior black. And I'm like, yeah, well, come to find out, he's got my original, the car I took my driver's test in.
Oh, I caught that part you were talking about. Yeah,
And I'm gonna be getting it back from him and basically doing it up like I wanted to do when I was 17. So
that is
and I'm gonna make it just a driver. I'm gonna drive it everywhere.
That is so cool, man. That
Yeah,
so
cool. I was floored. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. How the hell did you end up finding that car out of a, well, it was meant to be, obviously,
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I sold it for $50. I'm gonna end up paying a lot more than that to get it back. But
yeah, inflation, right?
Yeah.
I had a 68. So I had like a 82 or 83. I had a lot of the G-body GM cars. I had like a 82 Regal. This thing was like grandma car, but her kids took it out and ran the shit out of it and blew it up. So I bought it was a 68 Buick Skylark, had 350 Buick in it, and nobody put a Buick V8 in one of those that I had known of at the time. So I pulled the drivetrain out of it. It was a blue with a blue vinyl top. It had blue interior, column shift. Man, I wish I had that old Skylark back now. And I like you. I think I sold it for like, $40 or $50.
Yeah.
It's probably a showpiece somewhere now.
Well, that
Look
was
out for overhead vacuum cleaners. Uh-oh. Is there naders out there tonight? Go ahead, Brian.
there might
Sorry.
be.
Yeah, it's this
I don't
goofy
know.
weather.
I haven't been watching Ryan Hall today. You ever watch that guy?
Ryan Hall is on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the absolute weather king. I don't even watch local weather anymore. I just watch.
I don't either. I'm the same way, man. So let me look here real quick. He's not on, so usually he's not on unless this.
Yeah, because he'll go live. He puts me to shame on his lives. He'll be live for 8-10 hours if there's storms.
Yeah, he's a beast. Oh, there is some tornado warnings down south. Looks like. Oops. Yeah, down in Mississippi. Looks like Alabama.
But he's got his niche. What's he got? Like 1 million subscribers.
The weatherman.
Yeah.
Almost. He was real close yesterday to 1 million. Yep. And he does a lot of, fundraising and stuff when there's big storms and, helps people out a lot too, which is kind of
one of those guys. He just seems like good people,
Yeah, Rob wanted that car, exactly. He is good people. He's from Kentucky. He's an old briar like where I came from. But yeah, I don't see anything around us. Yeah, it must be like I think he said south anyway. At ease. Dean said, I think it abated now.
How many G bodies I own? Most of my G bodies that I own were El Caminos. I love those.
I was a
78.
Malibu station wagon. That was the first car I drag raced. Was probably about a 79 or an 80. Yeah, I like those things. They work really good on the strip. And then I ended up with a Fox body Mustang, which they worked really well,
Yeah.
G-body.
And everybody else knows now.
No, it was earlier. It was what were the earlier ones? Like a A body or a B body, like a It's like a 68 or a 69 Chevelle is what it looked like, that body style.
Oh, those Skylarks are awesome.
Oh, I'd kick myself in the ass for that. Vista Cruiser. Scratch anyone and you'll find a Briar. That's right. But yeah, I had a few of those. That's for sure. I think the last one I had, I actually pulled the Mustang with. It was an Oldsmobile Cutlass station wagon. It was pretty sweet. It was all original. It had like a 307. It was an old grandma car. I drove that thing for a long time.
That's where I'm at now. I'm actually looking for a tow vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I want something that's going to tow, but I just hate to have something that's just going to sit there and just that's all it does, you know.
Yeah, and trucks are outrageous right now. I bought that Cummins last year, and yeah, it's been sitting for over a month.
I was wondering if I could tow with like a square body Dakota.
Yeah,
because they're not S10 size. They're a little bit bigger than
they're kind of in between. Yeah, I'll tell you, I had a Dakota. I had a 96 V6. It was a long bed one. Man, I had that bed plumb full of firewood and then a 5x8 trailer behind me full of firewood, and that truck didn't give a crap what I was doing to it. And I know it was way overweight for what it was supposed to.
Oh, I've owned a bunch of those, like from 91 to 96 Dakotas.
Mm-hmm.
When they had the V8s in them. Every one I've owned has had a V8 in it.
That's cool.
And the first one I owned, where my dad works, it's a basement waterproofing place, and they had the backup batteries. And well, the salesman, and they're the big.
Yeah. I know you're talking about big
battery.
Industrial jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the salesman would go around and, you know, hey, your battery's out. You know, we need to replace it. You know, because of the warranty, and they didn't do anything with them. They just piled them up. Well, I had a bed level of batteries in the back of that Dakota and took it to the scrap.
That had to have been
ended up
heavy.
getting like $1,000 out of that.
Yeah, that had to have been heavy.
Oh yeah, it was squatting, but it made
all
it.
Lead.
It didn't act like nothing.
Yeah, mine didn't care.
That's what makes me wonder if I get a trailer with good brakes. I shouldn't have a problem pulling with the Dakota, and then I can drive that to work.
And maybe, and maybe a weight distribution hitch. You know, that might help you out. But
that's what my dad's got for his camper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one on ours. It's all the difference in the world because our camper is pretty long. It's like 34.5 feet, and it's definitely.
You got those sway bars to keep everything. Where you got to unhook it to back up.
The newer ones you don't. Yeah, the new one it's so your receiver hitch goes in there, and then it has like these two slots this way. The bars are bent 90 degrees, so you pop those in there, and then you just swing them around. You jack the trailer up until they go over like a little foot. It's their friction. That's what the sway is the friction, and then them laying on those pieces is the weight distribution. It's really easy. And I don't have to take them off the backup, and they work really well. Like the old ones, you had to have the weight distribution, and then that sway bar thing was like a little brake. You had to tighten it down almost.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember those, but yeah, it eliminates all that stuff. It just puts it all into one package. So yeah, this is my 100th live episode.
My uncle used to tow his race car with he had a one of the big late 70s Impalas.
Yeah. Big full-size beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He used to tow his race car with that. And, you know, you look back on all these old videos and stuff, these people towing their race cars with station wagons and stuff. So,
yeah, when I was a kid, that was... when I was a kid, that's all guys used was a station wagon or a big old 4-door or a van.
Not everybody had a truck.
Not hardly anybody had trucks back then. Yeah, because they had to use their that was their family car pretty much.
Yeah, everybody only had one car.
And a lot of guys would tow with, they'd make a tow bar and just pull the drive shaft out and they'd just drag them that way. And
yeah, I don't know if I'll go that far, but
yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I did that for a while. So
tow
dollies aren't too bad, but
I'd really like to have a ramp truck though. I think that would be cool as shit.
Ramp truck would be sweet. A ramp truck with a sleeper on it would be the shit,
You don't even got to worry about a trailer. You're just driving a big, long truck.
Yeah.
You like driving a box truck.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you do. Get you an old box truck that sell the box and just build you some ramps on that dude and, put you a winch on it.
And use it for storage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make you a little shed out back. You'll be fine. Exactly.
I'll be doing lives from my storage shed.
Yeah. Like one of those sea container things that everybody makes, they make everything out of them. It seems like.
Oh, yeah, they make houses and crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you knew that. This was where I'm at right now was a school.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that one time.
Yeah. So I had to go, and how everybody's got whiteboards.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chalkboard up here now. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because it was still there. Yeah.
I went out and bought one. It was like $30 for a big chalkboard. And I've just been writing what I'm getting done down on it and stuff.
Yeah, I got like one of those paper floor mats from work. I got it taped on my windshield with all my crap on it. I need to make a new list because a lot of stuff that's on that list it's done, and I don't have room for all the piddly stuff. Like I need to hook up the gauges need hooked up, and I got the radiator in it, and I got to figure out hoses now because I put this. Robbie got me this big old honking aluminum radiator for it, and we had to cut half the core support out to make it fit. But it's going.
Well, I cut the core support on this to put the motor in. It made it really easy. Just went straight
right.
in.
Yeah, straight in. Yeah. And you just make it where you can bolt it back in or something.
That was one of those things where I asked a bunch of people and somebody finally gave me the right answer. So it's like, okay. A bunch of people said no. One guy said, oh, it'll be fine. I was like, all right, I'm going to listen to you because I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm just going to do it anyhow. It's like I was working on an old Astro van the other day at work, and I remember when you had to do the engines on those, you had to cut the core support out, and they made a kit to bolt it all back together, like little brackets and drill holes here, blah blah blah. I remember the first time I looked at it, I'm like, how the hell do you get that out of there? And they're like, well, you can either drop the cradle and drop the whole drivetrain, or back then you call the dealer and get it. Here goes the neighborhood.
We had to. When I worked out at the basement waterproofing place, they had a bunch of these old U-Haul trucks, Ford, basically van fronts,
right?
And they had that big damn V10 in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to change. I changed out so many engines in them things.
Yeah, my buddy has a motorhome has that engine in them. Like,
maybe swear I'd never buy a Ford because them things would just, for no reason, just spit spark plugs out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is your problem? Why don't you like your spark plugs?
The old Triton engines, yeah. They still spit them out. So,
well, yeah, and that was the thing. The first time that happened, it was the first time I heard about it. And my boss called at the parts store, and they make a kit they make a special spark plug that actually cuts new threads and goes in there. I'm like,
yep.
Well, it's got to be a problem at the parts store.
Oh, it's a big problem. Yeah. What's up, Jeffro?
How's it going, John?
Howdy, Brian.
261 days.
Yep, 261, baby. What's happening, Mr. Warburn?
You guys are.
I know.
It's 260 and 2 hours and 39 and a half minutes. To be
yeah, we're about, we're knocking them down, aren't we?
Now, is that 261 days till Thursday?
Yeah.
So that Thursday? Okay.
Yeah.
That's when we be throwing rolls.
I'm hoping to do the group photo on the track on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thursday's going to have a lot of stuff you want to show up for, if you can.
Mm.
If you can't make it, you'll still be able to do the bracket, the 28, 10, 5, the burnout competition, all that. But there's fun stuff on Thursday that if you can make it, it will
It'll
be worth
there.
coming out for.
Yeah. That's cool.
No, I'll come out just to go back to Lambert's. That fried okra and then potatoes. Oh man,
That stuff was good, man.
Thursday will be fun.
They make sure you don't leave there hungry. They'll fill you up for sure.
I remember they were bringing okra around,
Mhm.
and I was eating with Jay, Rapid Transit and Jason
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And Jason, they had never had okra before, right?
Oh wow.
They're from like the cheese and beer north, right?
Yeah, they're up north. Yeah.
And they had never tried okra, and they tried it, and I think Jason survived it, and Jay kind of liked it. But the guy came around and offered more okra than Jason. He said, "Still no."
Yeah. No.
Well, we were sitting there with Williams in Mississippi, and I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, you're gonna get some okra. He's like, no. I'm like,
He said no.
You ain't never ate fried okra. What's wrong with you?
It's
A
not
lot.
really my bag either. I mean, it's
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I'm not a.
it. I
I'm
grew
not.
up on it.
My wife, I told her about it. And she was like, "Oh, I would like that place." I was like, "Yeah, you wouldn't even have to buy anything. You just have them walk around and scoop some okra on your plate. You'd be set."
Fried okra and sweet cornbread.
okra is kind of like mutant celery that survived Chernobyl with breading. That's kind of the way I would describe it.
And it smells weird when you cook it too. Let me tell you.
It's weird.
Oh, if you cook it without frying it, like my grandma used to boil it. It's like, no.
Yeah, that's what my grandma would do, and I'm like, "Oh, that's gross." Just like
slimy on the inside.
just
Yeah.
like Brussels sprouts. Like, ugh.
And if you ever had to pick it, oh my God, it's got these little hairs on it that get under your skin. It's real itchy. It's like, who thought to eat that?
Yeah.
Dan
Okra
said
is
he got
it's
fried.
just not my bag.
Fried okra. Oh, you probably got that from Church's Chicken, Dan. That's where you got that on Salem Avenue. I bet that's where that was.
Church's Chicken.
Yeah.
We got a pressure fried chicken place.
Oh
next
yeah,
town
roasted
over from
chicken.
here.
Roasted chicken, baby.
They do pressure fried. It's good
Mhm.
too. Got these old women that work back there in the kitchen.
We got a grocery store just south of town here in Kettering, Dots. Dan might remember that. And man, they do roasted chicken in there. Like you said, it's all the old ladies. You go in there at lunchtime, man, they'll pick you some big old hunks of meat and get you some potatoes and get you a whole meal, you know. And
We got an Italian restaurant that does that, and now nobody eats their Italian food. Everybody orders their chicken.
the roast.
Yeah.
There's a place by my work. They do it's a pizza place, and now they're doing roasted chicken. And he was like, "Man, I've been selling a shitload of chicken." You know, I'm like, "It's because it's good."
I see unfinished project in here,
Yeah,
and there's a 50% chance that he's registered to go to Sykes. I'm telling you,
50-50, huh?
chance, 50% chance that he is.
Right. Anything Southern fried is delicious. You're
Yeah,
right,
man.
Jeff, bro. You are
Have you
right, Jeff,
seen
bro.
like if you go to these fairs and carnivals and stuff? They're just having a competition to see how much they can fry and
Yeah.
sell people. It's like,
Yeah.
what is the most ridiculous thing we can fry and put on a stick and sell people? You know,
A
hey,
stick
I got a
of butter.
broken connecting rod.
Yeah,
Let's roll it and
butters.
fry it and put it on a stick and sell it to somebody to eat.
Somebody'd eat it. Somebody'd eat it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Twinkies,
they're frying
butter.
Snickers bars and
Mm-hmm.
I've had fried Oreos, and fried Twinkies are awesome.
you know what?
Fried
I'd like to
Twinkies
make
are
I gotta
Jason
stay
a bet.
away from that stuff. I'll die.
I'll make Jason a bet. If I could take a dog turd and fry it and put it on a stick, and somebody will buy that, even if you tell them what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, they'll
There's
buy it. Yeah.
somebody.
Yep, I agree. I like fried. they do deep fried corn on the cob, like the little ones.
Yeah, right. How
Oh,
weird is that?
but it's so good.
I can see it being good though. I've never had it, but I can see it being.
We went
really good.
to when we were down in Destin, we went to a seafood restaurant, and that was like the starter.
Yeah.
They brought it out, and it
I
was
could see it.
it was really sweet where they deep fried it. You know,
I could see that being really good.
I was
the way
skeptical.
And you know a way I could see fixing that too? I don't know that I've ever seen it, but take the whole ear, right? And slice it in say 1-inch round slices and then deep fry the slices
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that you just kind of eat it in a circle and
in
chuck
a
the
piece.
cob.
Yeah,
I
these were
could see
little
that.
like the little coblets. You know, probably 3-inch long pieces of it. It was pretty good.
I'll tell you what else would be good too. It'd be hard to make is if you could core that, if you could fry it so it stays together and then core it like an apple.
Yeah, it's where you just pop the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have rings
Chink.
of cobbed corn.
Yeah.
And well, if you fried it, would stay together. I think that'd be neat. It'd be really easy
Like-
to eat. It'd be good.
Onion rings would be corn rings.
My dad got into
Big
deep frying
cornhole.
My dad got into deep frying turkeys, so now every Thanksgiving and Christmas we have a deep fried turkey. He deep fried a ham one time,
Oh wow. Yeah.
and it was a spiral cut ham, so it basically came out like a blooming onion. It just bloomed. And you
Whoa.
just pick
Yeah.
pieces off of it. Oh my God, it was so good. It was like ham that still had a taste of bacon because it was fried. It was really good.
Mhm.
I like Jeff's comment. Stacey Abrams corn on the cob. It will be a cob with one pinstripe of kernels left on it.
You guys are talking about all this fried food. I got to lose weight before September
Yeah, me too.
because I got a push race and I got to help the guys pushing the car. I got to cut a little bit of weight.
Oh, are you guys doing a push race? That's funny.
Yeah, we're doing a push race and then a regular race after that.
Dan said I don't even want to know. Excuse me.
I'm thinking the way to do that push race, Brian, is you have teams of 4. You have teams
Yeah.
of 4, and then however you want to do it with teams of 4. I got some ways I think would be smart, but I think you guys should figure that out. And all I'll say is team of 4.
I want to figure out if we can switch drivers in the middle.
Can you?
I know. I know.
Can you?
I think
fast
that's a
How fast
question.
can the car
Yeah.
really be going?
Can
know,
you?
can you?
Yeah.
You know, when I was working on the registration cart on New Year's Eve, I didn't update the homepage until midnight. But there were people that figured out that if you have the link to the items, you could catch me in there editing them early. Right?
Yeah.
And Colleen noticed that. So she sends me a message. Can I register now? I said, I don't know. Can you?
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. You asked the question.
Right. I just, what am I
Is
gonna
it
say?
possible? Yes.
So-
Can you?
So
Yeah.
old Lee from NSB Customs, he caught me too, but he didn't think he could. He didn't try it. But anyway, there was probably 10 people trying to be first.
That was the gray area, huh?
I know. I'm surprised the finished project didn't figure it out and get in there an hour before everybody. That's
That
the
would've
kind of
been-
thing I could see him doing.
Oh yeah. He was studying it, I'm sure.
Yeah. He's slick.
Yes, sir.
So we actually going to see what unfinished project looks like, or you're saying
I don't
there's a
know.
50% chance?
I think he was at No Names last year and we just didn't know it. He just snuck in incognito and
Yeah.
was just
Nah,
hanging out.
He was at Carlisle. We might have spotted
Oh,
him there.
was he? Okay. Oh, he
Yeah.
was at Carlisle? Okay.
He probably won't believe me when I say I think we could have caught him, but we elected to let it go for another day.
I'd like to do Carlisle one year. It's just, man, it's so far, and I know I want to buy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, come do it because you can come hang out with John English, Wendy English, all the English boys. Rude Mopardue was there once. Mopardin's always there. Buck was there. The mom goes to that, and Jethro.
Mhm.
You can look at the
I want
disgust on
to
the
go to the Nationals one year.
I want to go. I want to go to Carlisle one year. That's for sure.
you can look at the look of disgust on the faces of people when I bring that van in and take it to the A-body modified section. Those guys looked at me like they wanted me to die and fall Fargo head first into a wood chipper for bringing that van and putting it in A-body modified.
Unfinished says, "What number was I, John?"
What number were you? I don't
Uh-oh.
know. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Well, if you really want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Let's see. Unfinished project was. You were 13th.
Oh wow, good.
You were pretty early.
I was like 36, isn't that what you said last night?
Whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, something. I don't remember. Yeah, well, you were talking about Jason Falk or whoever it was that was number 3. And I'm like, there is no way I was third one in. I was like a day late. Excuse me.
But understand, I think people automatically think that has something to do with car numbers, and it does not.
Oh no, I totally agree with that.
The only reason that car numbers were close to registration numbers last year is because you just had to have something to issue them by. Right. Yeah, NSB was trying to beat Jay.
Yeah.
Lee, if you had taken a chance on that, you would have been, because there were people who didn't know it because the page wasn't. That's what threw everybody. The page wasn't updated yet. The card items were getting updated. That was pretty. They all caught me, so I got to do something different next year. I'm gonna do something different next year. How I do it.
You're learning about all the gray areas. Like there's always a gray area in everything. You need to kind of just.
It's fun.
Pick at it. Yeah, you pick at it a little bit, and then you'll figure out how far you can and cannot go with it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So what do you think, John? Your just opinion. What do you think the chances are that we hit 200 cars this year?
They're reasonable. I mean, we had 200 channels there. We had. I don't know how many cars. I would probably guess on the order of 125 or 130. We had 105 go through tech.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the track announced, and the track doesn't count ones that don't.
How
and
often
that doesn't count the bikes, and it doesn't count the ones that were just displays or stuff people didn't race.
Well, it's like William. His car was sitting there, and all he did was a burnout competition.
Yeah, NSB wasn't sure if it would go. He caught me, but didn't. That's okay. It's all in good fun.
Still,
I just wonder how many events Sykeston has that they have over 100 cars at.
I don't know.
Probably ain't that many.
I don't know. Bracket events bring in a good number of cars, but it's not. The event itself is not like this. There's no event like this.
There is absolutely no event like that. Yeah, I've never been to a drag race where there's a burnout pit. Not yet. Well, I have now, but yeah. Go ahead, John.
No, the Unfinished project is trying to find the monkey bike rules. And
I'm going to need
Dallas still working on them. I was looking at those things last night. Oh, you do? Okay.
I have them right here. They're out. They're very, very close to last year's. I will post them after this live.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I have
very good. Awesome.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I live really close to Gateway, and when they have their brackets, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been there. That place is huge.
It is huge. Yes.
But when they have their bracket, they do bracket races every Wednesday. Stands are completely empty. They don't advertise it. They don't do nothing. It's like, wow.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of the big bracket races now are not. They're for the racer. They're not. There's hardly any spectators anymore.
If I had a track, I'd be advertising that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We had a good gate, but everybody was in the pits.
Yeah.
Content creators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's walking around with their camera and their phone, and
exactly. People didn't want to be in the stands; they wanted to be down there where the YouTubers were.
That's what I thought was funny. Was walking around, seeing everybody walking around talking to themselves. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you not feel weird about walking around talking to yourself?
Yeah, bumping into each other like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. You don't have to look like that one idiot. Nobody knows what they're doing because we all do that.
Yeah, what's this weirdo doing over here?
I was
There's
gonna,
a whole
I was,
bunch
I
of
was gonna do a
weirdos.
video at this swap meet I went to a few weeks back, but it's like I started it and I was like, people are looking at me like, never mind.
Yeah. Just
Swap
go
meet
for it.
videos don't do that good anyway. I don't
Right.
understand why, but I would love to watch people go see what kind of deals you can pick up at a swap meet. I think that would be fun to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
That would be something if Unfinished Project puts out a monkey bite.
That would be cool.
That would
Oh,
be
yeah. He said he
interesting.
found a doodle bug. Yeah. JFK rating.
Yeah, but if people did swap meet videos, they'd figure out why I still don't have $7,000 in this car.
Right. Wheeler dealering, man.
Oh yeah.
We have a big swap meet here, and it's like Cars and Parts Magazine, or one of them does it in Springfield, Ohio. It's like one of the biggest in the Midwest. It's huge. It's a big car show swap meet thing at the fairgrounds. It's, I don't know, probably 40 minutes from here. I haven't been in years, but I want to go in the spring and see if I can find any nostalgia stuff, you know.
Yeah, we have a couple big ones around here, and then a bunch of little ones.
Yeah.
I
I'm
always
sure you do,
better
being,
at the little ones.
being close to Gateway. Yeah, you should be.
I know this is the last thing that Super Clean wants to hear because they do sponsorship things, so they give stuff away to channels. But we talk about getting money in a car. Look at this. I went in O'Reilly's today.
Let me put you solo here. There you go.
Look at that.
$20 for
Oh,
Or
$10.99.
$10.99
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a
little
bottle of Super Clean.
Well, they got to give it away, I guess.
$10.99 for a bottle of Super Clean.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's getting it. It's like, damn, how can I
Yeah,
get
but
some of that shit?
Now I know why they charge that because they got to
Yeah.
cover all the bottles they give away.
Yeah, we're giving away. Yeah.
They give away the 2 hacks and 318 Wheel Run and Pontiac Power Hour and all these guys. Hoosier.
I wonder what their I wonder what their metric is. Where
I've-
your channels.
I've
gotta
inquired about it many times, and
A
everybody just
Pulse.
kind of just brushed me off, like, you're not worthy.
No. You had to reach out to them, Jason.
Yeah, right. No,
no, they'll come to you.
I did not
They-
reach
they-
out. To
They
them.
reach
Yeah.
out to everybody.
Yeah, they haven't reached out to me, so it's fine though. It's fine. I'm used to it. I'm always the black sheep, so
I'll give you some info. They want to give you product if you want to do it.
oh yeah, I'll do it. I mean, if they want to give me some stuff, yeah.
No, I don't have any problem with Super Clean. I've been using Super Clean for years.
Oh, I've got it. There's a bottle of it sitting on top of the truck right now.
You should sell that bottle, make a house payment with it.
No kidding. I could get
$10.99 a bottle.
I get a tank of
Man,
gas or something for that. Shoot.
Who would have ever thought? I went in the back and a quart of Valvoline transmission fluid, 1 quart, $11 for a quart of conventional Valvoline ATF plus 4.
I went to Ace Hardware the other day to get some that Jeep I'm working on. It's like tan beige color.
Yep.
And the little struts out under the hood that go to the firewall. You know what I'm talking about on the Jeeps? They're just a big long
Yeah.
bolt.
I know, yeah.
They're all boogered up. I'm like, I'm gonna run down the hardware store and get a spray bomb. Just spray bomb these things and get them in
Yeah.
there. $12.99 for a can
Exactly.
of freaking Rust-Oleum spray paint.
Can of paint.
Oh man.
Target Practice, One-Eyed Cat. Oh, he must have a video just popped up.
Everything's expensive. It's massive inflation. That's why I don't understand this whole $15 an hour minimum wage thing. The people screaming for that don't understand.
That's
if you
why
go
it goes
from
up.
$13 an hour to $15 an hour, but you do it at the expense of all this inflation, you are way worse off. You'd be far better off making $11 an hour and get the inflation under control.
Come back down. Yep.
And they don't think like that.
No,
they don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
Well, that's like they got, I don't know what minimum wage is here in Illinois, but it's up there. And McDonald's just put those kiosk things in. You can't even order at the thing. You got to go up and do.
I don't even touch them things, man. Every time they check them, they got fecal matter on them.
Brian
I
says
don't.
that.
I don't touch
I
them.
don't care.
I used to like
I mean,
the
it's
kiosks.
McDonald's.
Jason
What do
ruined
you
that
think is
for
in
me
the
just
food?
now.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm now going to
Brian.
be taking Super Clean into McDonald's. You know what? That's the video I'm going to make for Super Clean. I'm going to go in there with a test strip for fecal coliform and a bottle of Super Clean. Just start washing
There
the
you
kiosk
go.
right in the middle of the restaurant and make that video.
I saw that just popped up, Don. Your next viral short. Yeah, it popped up on the side over here. I'm like, oh, Don's putting videos up.
Yeah, well, I'll just start cleaning it. And then about, I'll clean it, then eat lunch. And after lunch, somebody might ask me what I was doing because I really don't think they care.
Right.
But
no.
but what we'll do is we'll get down. I'll say, now it's down to an acceptable amount of fecal coliform. Now I'll go into the kitchen and take bets on which is higher.
That's what Brian said. He said, guess what's in your food? What's up, Destroyer? How you doing, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I got my dad a $100 Harbor Freight gift card for Christmas, and we're going Friday. I need to do another
snap.
Harbor Freight video.
Excuse me. Dick Monolds.
I can't believe I was here. I looked after I did that walk around Harbor Freight video. Everybody loved it, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
how come nobody's done that? All I
There's
did was walk around like, oh, look at this. Look at
There's
this.
a guy on his name's it's Den of Tools. And
Yeah.
he shows all the super secret deals and stuff. I'm interested in it because I'm a tool junkie,
I made the mistake of clicking on a channel 2 days ago, and I still can't understand why.
Oh,
The
it
guy
happens.
has 1 million subscribers, and all he does is scratch off lottery tickets on his channel.
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yep. He said it's strange to be off a bit. Yeah. Yeah. When you do the meme show Destroyer, it's always like we overlap a little bit. And I was actually going to email you today, like, hey, if you overlap, I said, maybe I could just have his last few minutes playing on my live so I could watch the last few minutes of it and then people would know what we're doing, Then I'm like, well, shit, there's no meme show tonight, But yeah.
You ought to get with him and have him bump all his people over to your live.
Well, he usually bumps them to Square Body stuff is where he usually bumps.
Okay. Yeah, because
Which that's,
me and Barrows do that now on
Yeah.
Saturdays because Barrows ends about half hour into mine.
Right.
And he bumps his people over. That's a neat
Gotcha. Jeff.
I'll get a jump for like half a second, and then people will be like, what are you guys talking about? Oh my God.
Yeah, you can watch that on mine too. It goes, yeah. It's
you know what? I will say, when I click on randomly in the middle of Brian's live, it's almost like there's an index of offensiveness or something, right? And it's like, where we land on this depends on whether or not I want to click the StreamYard.
I try not to be that offensive.
No. I mean, hey man, you run your show how you want. You got a good audience.
I skirt the edge.
Does, yeah.
Skirt the edge of getting a community guideline strike. I got copyright strikes now, though. Damn it! Well, they're not copyright strikes.
They're just demonetization.
Because I've discovered the whole music thing on StreamYard and
yeah. Well, hell, I gotta deep on it. I used YouTube's music on a damn video and it flagged me. I'm like,
It's like I've got a few of those like the one, and actually it seems to help a little bit when you play something really low in the background, like when you get dead air. You just say, oh, we're just pretending we're just listening to smooth jazz.
Right, and then you just hear the little. Well, like you said on here, you can do it with that, Actually,
but you can take YouTube's music and download it and then put it into StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
that's cool.
I
didn't know that. Yeah.
You guys, You guys know who the world's worst firearms instructor is? If you search on YouTube, you'll always find him. Anyway, he got his channel canned one time a while back because he would do all of his videos playing all these slow jams and nonsense in the background, and it was so loud you could hardly hear him.
Oh wow!
But I mean, the advice he gives is awful, so I guess that's a good thing. but yeah, he just never would learn from playing all that music. So, but he came back.
Yeah, that was where I had to, because I can't even hardly hear the music.
All right, pause it.
But I can't even hardly hear the music, so I got to have everybody else tell me because I don't want it to be overpowering.
Yeah,
you know?
I think usually when I play it, it's too loud. Like people, like turn that shit down.
Jason, he wants to do a stream that just runs all of his StreamYard hours out.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did it I put that countdown up like 2 days before Section, and I just let it run. And then I came back and I'm trying to set up my live, and it's like, oh, you're over the limit. I'm like, what?
That's just because it records all of it, right? You were still able to go live, weren't you?
It was, I could still have went live, but it was, no, it wouldn't let me go live unless I bought the next tier up or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
How many watch time hours did you get out of that, though?
It was a lot.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I probably got like 400 hours out of it, I think it was. But, I mean, didn't make anything, but,
I've got the middle plan. I get enough utility out of it that it's worth that.
Yeah, I pay for the middle one now because
I think I got the $20 one.
I want to start using it to record, and I heard that they're going to actually put editing software in here also that you can use here soon. They sent an update one time. I read about it. So I have more storage now, so I can do live stuff and let paint dry and shit, Watching a live the other night, and they had some music really low. Yeah, I can do it. It's just I always feel like it's too loud though.
You got to put it to where you got headphones on too.
Yeah. Like, is that loud?
I don't know.
I'm just not into the music in the background thing.
I'm not either. It's just weird.
I think I had mine turned where it's just barely up.
Yeah.
Because you got the.
So like you said, if there was dead air, then they would have something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I ran the countdown clock, I had the music on, I think probably too loud, That was kind of a pain to figure out how to get it to set up to where it was sharing that screen that was counting, and of course my computer is a dinosaur. It was probably having a connection fit anyway. I'm actually surprised it stayed running.
If I had a terrible sense of humor and wanted to run people off, I could go up in the tower and I could put on the final countdown up there in the tower and then turn it on real loud and lock the doors and leave for the day. And then all the campers be like, ah!
That would be funny.
Oh, I love the music. That's one thing that I haven't brought up. I love the music that they played through the whole event.
Yeah, he played some.
It was all 80s rock. I love that. I was happy.
One thing I'm not happy about is Dallas said, hey, man, you can't play copyrighted music here. People will not say, well, this is not, you can't hear it. I'm like, well, we had few people say causing problems.
Yep.
We're not going to do that again this year.
I didn't get any. I don't know of anybody that got, and you don't get a strike for it. You just get a copyright claim.
Yeah, but that when you got a monetized channel, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never worried about making money off of YouTube.
YouTube, though, is usually cuts you a little bit of slack when they know the music came over a PA because you don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
Jeffro, my man. Oh, Dan said terrible song, and then just pouring music for the geriatric.
Yeah, well, you gotta pick a song. You turn it on real loud about 11, then leave for the day and lock the tower up.
Yep. One thing I didn't do is I wanted to go up. I wanted to announce for a few minutes, and I never got to do it because I was so busy trying to say hi to everybody. You know.
Well, gotta be careful. There are some people that probably want to get in there and get on the mic and do something stupid that we don't want done at the event. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't do that. I have announced in the past.
I don't think you would, but the
Yeah,
problem is,
yeah.
is once Jason does, then it's
Right,
you
then-
let Jason, and then
Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. I get it. Yeah, I used to do about once a month. I would help, like somebody would be on vacation or whatever, and a couple of the guys I would get up there with, we'd get a little spicy. We had to, the phone would ring like, "Hey, we need to turn that down." You know? We were pretty good though. What? New Zealand.
So what you're saying is we can't do the weird hour from the tower, John?
no,
Is that what you're saying?
That
no,
would be
no
funny.
way.
So we just need to set up our own PA and do the weird hour from our own, Brian. That's what we need to
Jed
do.
said, "I want to get in the tower, and I just want to say one word." No,
No,
doesn't matter what the word is. I'm not taking
Now,
that chance.
you know what that one word is. So.
Yeah,
I
especially
don't
with
know. I
Jed.
don't want to know.
Especially
matter.
with Jed. Yeah.
No,
Oh, Dean saying. Nastiest money. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they can be pretty gross. 272 watch hours for Don. he
One
said.
Eyed Cat. How many subscribers are you sitting at, Don?
Why don't you jump in here, Don? Do you not like me anymore? I screwed him last week because I didn't put the link up when he texted me, and it was like right at the end, which we're about 8 minutes from the end anyway. So
Hey, Don, let's scare Jason. You change the name to something weird and put on a mask, but then you text me to authenticate that it's you, and then Jason has to decide if it's legit or not.
you know I don't scare very easy, right?
Well, I know, but then you got a decision to make.
Yeah, I've been in that situation once. We had a guy come.
Gamble.
We had a guy come on here from Turkey, and he was like, he was down and he was just waving at the, when he was down
Yeah.
here in the backstage. And I'm like, what do I do? And then I saw that stuff that happened to Big Block, and I'm like, now I'm paranoid.
Nah.
But like I said, as long as it doesn't kill my channel, I guess I'm okay. Yeah, that's what we need. One of them big megaphones on top of the Dodge like the Blues Brothers had. We got our own PA system, right?
We need the one like
Hey,
that
William,
movie.
how you doing, buddy?
You know the movie Better Off Dead? Remember that one?
That was just on the other
Yes.
day.
Yes. The two Asian dudes that learned how to speak English from Howard Cosell and the Falcon,
Yeah.
and they're rolling around with the PA
This
on
is
the
Howard
roof. Yes.
Cosell. Yeah.
We need them pulling up to the line with the Camaro. Be perfect.
That's one of those lost movie cars, I think. I think I heard something about that. Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
that was Dad, what was it? Jed Nelson or whoever? What is
It's
it?
kind of a cool car.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm
A
not
cocoon out in the yard or whatever. Like, his dad would raise hell about it. Yeah. Stephen Hawking.
That movie's got so many good quotes.
We could give Ron Ward a voice box to talk into.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a good announcer voice, that's for sure.
He ought to be. He's been doing it, what, 30
He's
years?
been doing it a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he from Gateway? Is that where he's from?
He's
No,
from Kansas City area.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mr. something, I don't know.
Nah, he's excited. He'll be there earlier next year.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Long Duck Dong, yeah. That was on too. Sweet, or was it 16 candles?
Pretty in
yeah.
pink.
They're pretty in
Wasn't
pink, yeah.
Why
Yeah,
why do I know that?
It was just on like yesterday.
No, well, I didn't watch it.
Oh.
I just know that.
I came in the living room and I sat down. I was doing something like drinking a coffee or something yesterday morning, and it was like Molly Ringwald was complaining, and her little brother was like, "Oh yeah, well I had to sleep underneath some Chinaman with the name of a duck's dork." I was like, What's up, RC? How you doing, brother? Yeah.
Yeah, I got to wait for this rain to end because my roof leaks at my shop. So the floor's covered in water right now.
Mm.
So everything I had to do to the car today, I had to pick stuff that was not laying on it underneath.
Right. Yeah, I was bringing in the front end
I
sheet
guess I
metal.
should just get paid to get the roof fixed, but you know.
We built a shed, and excuse me, Rob and I got the tar paper on it, but then that windstorm came through and ripped all the tar paper off, and so yeah, there's a gap where like the sheeting we put up there, dried out, so there's a gap, and yeah, it's snowed in there and everything. I'm like, God dang it. But I'm not getting up there right now and putting a roof on it. It'll be just fine. It's better than the shit sitting outside.
I just got to buy a bucket of tar and pay one of the bums around here to climb up on the roof.
Yeah, mop it around. Yeah. Camaro's no longer around. It's now 46 Kias and 4 Coleman monkey.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Speaking of monkey, I'm gonna jump off of here so I can post the new monkey bike rules.
Do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take off too. I'm gonna head home.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to head out anyway, fellas. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Yeah, enjoy your evening.
I'm glad I finally got to.
Unfinished can check out the new rules, and everybody else can check out the new rules.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate everybody stopping by.
Speaking of rules, if I may drop a plug on your show here, on January 13th, a week from this Friday, we're going to have Deke Denny, the AHRA tech official.
Oh, cool.
He will be live. So Dallas and I are having Deke Denny. Okay. If you have your tech questions, Friday, January 13th at the regular time, come to that live and bring them.
Okay. Cool.
And we'll have the man himself, and he can explain all of that stuff to you.
Okay, so, awesome.
I'm hoping to pick up some tunnel ram knowledge this Friday.
Definitely.
This Friday is Tunnel Rams with Andy Wood.
The master will be in the house.
That's it.
You got to go watch that video of him driving the truck.
Run Tunnel Rams this year.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen the video of him driving Casper yet. I need to go watch that. I'm going to watch that as soon as I get home.
I'll watch your short, Don. No worries.
I'll find it, Don. I'll watch it.
Anyway, we've got cool stuff coming up. But I will see you guys.
All right, man.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
We'll see you guys later.
See you, Brian. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Have a good evening. Oh, everybody in the chat, I appreciate you stopping by. And like I said, we do this every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, unless there's some wacko thing going on in the world or the weather, or my power decides to go out, which it likes to do that on occasion. So, but yeah, I do appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out for the night. And Buffalo Brian says good night. Yes, sir. Take it easy, Dean, William, Jeff Rowe, Unfinished Project, RC Industry, William Sanders, everybody. We haven't seen a lot of these people in a while. I'm glad to see you stopping by, Patrick. So, with that, I'm out. Get out there and fix something, and I will see you all on the flip side. Peace.